Right, I'm going to be showing you how to make a chicken curry. This is one of my children's favourite recipes, it's one of my favourite recipes, and I think with a little time it'll be one of your favourite recipes too. This particular curry is more commonly known in my house as a Kerryann. Because it's mine, I invented it, but with a little bit of luck and a little bit of work, it could be yours too. It doesn't cost that much to make, it's simple, it's delicious, everyone can do it. Let's get started. We've got some chicken breasts here, peppers, one of each colour, some onions, garlic, carrots, some potatoes, some mushrooms, some fresh thyme and some coriander. I've got 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of chilli powder, a teaspoon of ground coriander. I've got 4 tablespoons of mild Madras curry powder. We're going to need a bit of salt and pepper, and that's the rice that we're going to serve it with. The most important equipment you're going to need for this recipe is a large mixing bowl, a large pot to cook your curry in, and a smaller pot for your rice. Now, if I cut raw meat on this chopping board, I'm going to have to go and wash it and bring it back because we don't want to put raw meat with raw vegetables. So I'll chop the veg first and then the chicken after and just wash it once. We all like a simple life. So we're going to slice some onions, nice and thin. We don't have to worry, they don't have to be perfect. So we're going to transfer those over into our bowl so we can make space on our board for our next item, the peppers. We'll slice these up pretty much the same thickness as the onions because we want everything to cook at the same time. You'll notice my board's not moving around, and that's because underneath I've got a slightly damp J-cloth, and that just holds it in place so you're more secure, there's no sliding around and less risk of cutting yourself. If your knife's sharp, you're not really doing any work, the knife's doing it for you. Now I'm going to chuck in some fresh thyme. We're going to peel the carrots. Everything doesn't have to be the same. It's just what you can do in the time that you've got. Look at me, show off. Right, garlic. These are quite small, so I'm going to use 5 cloves of garlic. You can either chop it or you could just use a garlic press. So we're going to get some potatoes in now. I've got 4 smallish to medium ones. They're not new potatoes, we don't want the skin. This is my standard curry, but sometimes I'll put extras in, like I'll put some baby sweet corn in. Once you've made it a couple of times, you'll then build up the confidence to start adding your own things or taking your own things away and putting your own spin on it. And then it can be your curry. It won't be a Kerryann anymore, it could be a Freddyann or a Lisa Annie or a Johnny Annie. Whatever your name is, make it yours. We're not going to slice these because we still want them to hold some of their shape so we know we're actually eating a potato. I'm going to get some mushrooms now. I like to cut some in chunks. I like to slice some. Now we're going to cut the chicken. I'm going to just cut this into nice bite-sized chunks so we don't feel like we're missing out on a bit of meat with all that veg. Now we're going to season it with our curry powder and our spices. Good pinch of salt, good pinch of pepper, and a little drop of olive oil. If you want to measure it, it'll be about 1 tablespoon. So now you want to get your hands in and give it a good squeeze, a massage. You can see it's soaked up all the seasonings, all the flavours. It's all got that yellow tinge from the curry powder and it's all coated in those lovely spices. This is quite a bit of work, all this preparation, the chopping and the peeling and mixing and all that. You feel like you've done a day's work. So I trick myself by putting it in the fridge to marinate. When the next day comes, I feel like it was the easiest dinner I ever made because I didn't really have to do anything. Leave it for a minimum of 20 minutes to half an hour. Anything after that is fine. Right, this has been marinating for half an hour. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start frying off the chicken so we can get it nice and golden. I've got a pan here, warming up. We want to get in about a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. That's quite hot now, that's just what we want. So when you take it out, just try and pick off all the little bits of onion or garlic or thyme, just for the simple reason that they might burn when you're frying and they'll add a little bitterness to your food. You don't want to put too much chicken in the pan at one time, because then the pan will crowd and your meat won't fry anymore, it will start boiling. I'm going to carry on picking out the chicken so it's ready for when that batch comes out. Try not to get your face right over because it does spit and we don't want you to burn yourselves. I'll wash my hands again. Now this is what we're looking for. We want it nice and golden and crispy on the outside. You'll see it's not cooked in the middle, not completely, that's fine. All the flavours that we work so hard to get in there, we want them to stay in. And that's what this is doing. This is keeping the flavour in. And the next stage, we're going to get all of these veg and we're just going to put them straight in the same pan and we're going to fry these off so we can seal those as well and get them a little bit soft. All of the chickeny goodness and the garlicky and the curry and the cumin, it's all being lifted off the bottom of the pan by these vegetables. And now we're going to put the chicken back in and all the juices. It's all flavour, we don't want to waste nothing. Now the bowl that we season the chicken in, we're going to put some water in here, use it to rinse this out and then pour that into there. There's no determined amount of liquid that we need to put in, but what we want is just enough to cover it. We want to bring this up to the boil now, so it's bubbling, it's almost there. Turn that down to as low as it goes. Put the lid on. We want to leave a little gap so some steam can escape. And that's it. Finished. Trust it, trust yourself, it will be fine. I'm going to show you a fail-safe way to cook rice. Never sticks, never burns, always comes out right, and it's so simple. All you got to do is have a mug. Fill it up with rice, straight into the pan, and then you want 2 cups, the same cup of boiling water, pinch of salt. As soon as it comes to the boil, you want to turn it right down as low as it goes, cover it, and that should be ready in about 15 to 20 minutes. We want to chop some fresh coriander. The stalks are amazing. Just chop them up nice and fine. So let's get some on a plate. Perfectly steamed, fluffy rice. All the grains are loose and none of them are stuck together. Your potatoes have started to break down a little bit and thicken the gravy. It smells amazing. And there we have a beautiful chicken Kerryann. You've fed your family, you've done a brilliant job, well done. Give it a go, tell me what you think. And if you've got any other ideas, don't forget, let me know. Good luck. If you like this recipe and you want to see more of mine or any of the other gang from Jamie Oliver's FoodTube, don't forget, click this link and subscribe now.